breaking the wall of the dark side of the oceans. How marine sciences discover hidden resources.
You may not get to see an eruption very often, but we live on a volcanic planet where they happen all the time. Most volcanic activity happens not on land, but kilometres underwater in the deep ocean, covering 2/3 of the Earth's surface.
Whoa! Holy moly!
This is a story about volcanic hot springs called hydrothermal vents.
Passing 1600 meters, over.
Told by two explorers from different scientific viewpoints. One, a geologist.
There's ones who like dinosaurs and ones who like volcanoes, and I'm one of the volcano-loving ones, so it's great for me.
And the other, a biologist.
The roots of the tree of life, as we know it right now, the deepest roots we know of, come from hot springs.
And both have undertaken research on deep-sea vents for a company with a daring plan to mine them. This dark, toxic, unstable environment supports an amazing array of bacteria, snails, mussels and crabs. In the eastern Pacific, giant tube worms grow to 2 metres in just a couple of years.
They have no mouth. They have no gut. How do they make a living? This is a giant animal on the seafloor. Where is it getting its nutrition? And the answer is that they have bacteria that live inside of them.
With their symbiotic microbes, the animals crowding around deep-sea vents aren't the only ones seeking out plumes of sulfide minerals. So do geologists.
Which metal is not commonly present in hydrothermal vents? A. Gold. B. Copper. C. Platinum. The answer is C. Platinum. Seafloor mining today operates by bringing a large ship carrying a subsea mining tool. The subsea mining tool is dropped onto the seabed, where it takes large polymetallic nodules and crushes them into smaller pieces. These crushed nodules are then pumped to the ship and onto the surface. These are then returned to land, where metals such as cobalt, copper, manganese, aluminum are extracted.
Hydrothermal vents occur on the boundary of the tectonic plates all over the world. Here, seawater flows into the ocean floor through cracks. At a depth of 2 to 3 kilometers, this water is heated up and then rises to the surface under great pressure. On the way up, the pH and the oxygen content of the water decrease. The resulting aggressive and up to 400 degrees Celsius hot fluid leaches out various elements from the surrounding rock. When coming in contact with the cold seawater, minute particles are formed, causing the escaping water to look like smoke. In the vicinity, substances are deposited and vents are formed.
To geologists, vent fields are the birthplace of giant ore bodies with grades of copper and zinc many times higher than those found on land. And that's got the attention of mining companies.
This is the Big Pearl chimney. It's the biggest chimney ever dredged from the seafloor, and I'm sitting down near the base here, and the fluid would have been gushing up from the bottom towards the top.
So it's extinct now, that's why it's all filled in, but it's full of minerals like gold, silver, zinc. Is it worth mining?
Oh, certainly worth mining.
Here's the plan. On the seafloor at 1.6 kilometres deep, 3 remote-controlled robotic miners crush the chimneys and grind up the sulfide deposits, which along with everything living on them are sucked up by a giant vacuum cleaner to a ship on the surface. The slurry is filtered and the waste sent back down the pipe to the seabed, where it's released. Over a period of 18 months, 2 million tonnes of ore would be mined from the vent field and shipped to nearby Rabaul.
True or false? Seabed mining has not yet been approved in other spots of the world. The answer is false. Experimental seabed mining means gorging out the seafloor collecting industrial minerals. In Papua New Guinea and other spots of the world, this process has already been approved. Underwater vents that scientists believe could hold the secrets to how life began have been ripped out for profit by foreign companies. Not only does this kill off pristine ecosystems built up over millions of years, it produces millions of tons of waste that jeopardizes the livelihood and cultures of the indigenous people of the Pacific region.
The Nautilus proposing are something like ploughing a field or raking your garden, that you're stirring up the environment, but you're not fundamentally changing it.
We don't know, when you scrape away 5,000 years of deposit, what influence did that 5,000 years of deposit have on the fluid chemistry and the kinds of animals that might be able to colonize it?
After mining, it's likely that vent structures will reform and animals will recolonise. But the question is, how long does it take?
What interests us as scientists is that here's a question we just don't know the answer to. And if extraction of metals on the seabed takes place, we'd like to know what happens and how quickly the animals come back.
If Nautilus Minerals is successful, it could spark a gold rush of seafloor mining in international waters without knowing how to restore the habitats after mining.
There's nobody who's an expert in that. No expert exists right now who has any idea how to tackle that. I'd love to know that 100 years from now, people would look back and say, that's the generation that got it right.